Here's my honest confession as a full-time realtor. There are certain home upgrades that make me cringe the moment I see them, especially when a seller proudly tells me how much they spent. They mean well, I get it. They're trying to get their home ready to sell. But the problem is, most of the time, they're spending tens of thousands on things buyers don't actually care about in 2025. And by the time they call me, it's too late to stop them. So in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'll break down the 5 most common value traps I see sellers fall into and what buyers are actually looking for instead. These are the same tips I give during listing consultations with real clients because this isn't about HGTV dreams. It's about strategy, ROI, and what sells in today's market. Quick pause before we dive in. I just reached 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. And I'm on a mission to hit 2,000. If you're getting value from this, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me more than you know and keeps me motivated to keep these videos coming. Thank you guys. Let's start with the one that hurts the most, the luxury kitchen remodeled right before selling. I walk in and the seller is glowing, showing me their new cabinets, quartz countertops, imported fixtures, and I'm silently cringing. Not because it looks bad, it usually looks beautiful, but because it's a guaranteed return on investment killer. Most major kitchens, but the high-end one remodels recoup maybe 60 to 70% of what you spent, and that's a best-case scenario. What's worse, buyers aren't paying for your taste. They want clean, functional, and move-in ready, not a custom design they wouldn't have chosen. In fact, the more specific or high-end the choices, the more buyers start subtracting in their heads. We'll have to paint that, replace those, swap that out. Here's what I actually recommend. Strategic refreshes. Paint the cabinets, update the hardware, add a modern backsplash, replace old lighting and faucets. Keep it clean, neutral, and functional. Remember, this isn't about your dream kitchen. It's about the one that sells. Bathrooms absolutely help sell homes when they're done strategically. But here's where I see sellers go wrong all the time. They spend thousands on an imported vanity from Europe with a marble countertop and ultra custom tile work that reflects their personal taste, not what the market wants. I walk in and instantly know this seller is proud. And I get it, it's beautiful. But buyers, they're not wowed by where the vanity came from or how much the tile cost. They're asking themselves, how hard is this going to be to maintain? Would I have chosen this color? Can I live with this layout? That's the disconnect. If you're going to renovate a bathroom, the style choices should be universally appealing. Think timeless, think clean, porcelain over marble, neutral tiles over bold patterns. Skip the gold swan faucet and go with something classic that feels fresh to anyone who walks in the door. The money spent on a bathroom remodel needs to be strategically calculated because it's one of the few rooms that can deliver a high return on investment when done right. But going overboard on materials and labor won't give you that return. In fact, it could shrink your buyer pool. And if you're on a budget, don't worry. There are powerful low-cost upgrades that buyers do notice. Regrouting, reglazing, new light fixtures, swapping outdated cabinet hardware, even staging with clean white towels and a fresh shower curtain. These details go a long way toward creating a clean, modern feel without spending thousands. The goal isn't to impress buyers with how much you spent. The goal is to make them feel like they're walking into a space that's fresh, functional, and move-in ready. Have you seen this happen too? Drop a comment below whether you're an agent, buyer, or seller. I'd love to hear what upgrades you've seen backfire or which ones actually did pay off. I read every comment and your insight could be the reality check another seller needs. Flooring is one of the most misunderstood upgrades I see, especially when sellers try to impress by spending big. They think high-end equals high return, so they install exotic hardwood floors, bold pattern tiles, or designer carpet. But buyers, they don't care about how much it costs. They care about whether it flows, looks clean, and makes sense for their lifestyle. Here's where things really fall apart, literally and visually. Mismatched flooring. I see it all the time. Sellers replace carpet in the living room with trendy luxury vinyl plank, but leave that old yellowed maple hardwood in the foyer or kitchen. Now you've got two types of flooring visible from one spot, and none of it feels cohesive. It would have been better to simply replace the carpet with new builder-grade carpet, because new always shows well, and consistency always feels more valuable. That's the secret, guys. You don't need expensive floors. You need smart, coordinated choices that match the price point and style of your home. LVP is a favorite for a reason. It's affordable, durable, and visually clean. In mid-range homes, value carpet in the bedrooms is totally fine as long as it looks fresh and it's neutral. And here's a bonus tip. If the flooring isn't damaged, start with professional cleaning or even refinishing your hardwoods. You'd be shocked at what a $300 deep clean or even a light refinish can do to make your floors feel like new again. And you don't have to rip anything out, because at the end of the day, buyers aren't running their hands over your towel and asking, what country were these imported from? They're looking down and thinking, does this feel move-in ready? Keep it simple. Keep it consistent. That's what sells. This is one of those things I wish every seller understood. You know that one space you poured your heart and budget into? The wine cellar, the home theater, the custom yoga studio in the basement. The moment I walk in, I already know what's coming. You're glowing with pride, showing it off like it's the crown jewel of the home. Meanwhile, I'm quietly thinking, how do I explain that most buyers won't pay more for this, even if it costs you thousands? The thing is that what felt like an investment to you often feels irrelevant to them. Here's a perfect example. That custom bar you built 20 years ago to look like a classic Irish pub with real wood trim, leather-topped stools that convey with the house, maybe even a brass footrail. You've had amazing memories there, entertaining friends, hosting game nights, and now you're proudly showing it off. But the buyers, they're standing there in silence because that's not the kind of get-togethers they host. That's not their lifestyle. They're not thinking how cool. They're thinking, how much will it cost to demo this and turn it into a playroom or home office? That's the trap. Just because something added personal value to you doesn't mean it adds resale value. And this isn't rare. It happens all the time. Every experienced realtor has had the moment during a showing when the buyer turns to them and quietly asks, how much do you think it's going to cost to take this out? Here's the thing. If the feature only works for a small percentage of buyers, it's not adding value. It's shrinking your buyer pool. So here's the rule. If you're doing it for you, do it in your forever home. But if you're getting ready to sell, stick to clean, neutral, and flexible. Custom doesn't mean valuable. It often means harder to sell. And if you already did it years ago, don't expect buyers to pay what you paid. It may have been worth every penny to you at the time, but today's buyers don't share the same emotional connection, and they're looking at it with a completely different expectation. This one is subtle, but it sends the wrong message fast. It's when sellers update a few things here and there. A trendy vanity in one bathroom, new flooring in just the living room, a modern light fixture in the dining room, but nothing ties together. The styles, finishes, and colors feel disconnected, and buyers pick up on that immediately. Instead of feeling inspired, they feel off balance, because the truth is, buyers aren't just shopping for a house. They're shopping for a lifestyle. They want to walk in and feel like the home fits together, like it was thoughtfully cared for and styled with intention. But when the updates feel random, it distracts from the experience. It feels confusing. It feels incomplete, like the home is still in progress. And that disconnect can be a major turnoff. If you're going to update, do it with cohesion. Stick to a consistent color palette. Keep materials and styles aligned. Or if you can't update everything, focus on clean and neutral across the board, because a home that flows will always feel more valuable than the one that doesn't. Here's the bottom line. You're not prepping your home for you anymore. You're prepping it for the next buyer. And buyers in 2025, they're not paying extra for imported vanities, sentimental rooms, or luxury features tailored to your lifestyle. They're buying based on how the home makes them feel. Does it feel fresh, cohesive, and move-in ready? That's why I tell every seller, it's not about high end, it's about high impact. You don't need to spend more, you need to spend smarter. And if you're not sure what today's buyers actually want, that's where I come in. I work with buyers every single week, so I see firsthand what gets them excited and what makes them feel like they need to just walk right out the door. So before you rip out anything or swipe that card at Home Depot, call your realtor. It could save you thousands and help you sell your home faster and for more money. And hey, if you don't have a realtor yet, no worries. I can connect you with an experienced, like-minded agent in your area at no cost to you. Just fill out the quick form in the description box or call me directly. I'm happy to help. Thanks so much for watching. If you're getting ready to sell or just want to avoid some expensive mistakes, make sure to check out my other videos for more real estate truth bombs. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm not here to play nice with bad advice. I'm here to help you sell smarter, skip the fluff, and protect your bottom line. No fluff, no filters, just the truth. Thanks again, guys, and see you in the next one.